As you know, the book came out March 17th, less than 3 months ago. In the last 3 months, I probably learned more about books and how to sell them and what to do and what not to do than I've learned in my lifetime. What didn't change along the way was people. I was very surprised at the lack of support of people in my internal group. My internal group consists of about 50 or 60 different solid people that over the years I've done anything from, paying for their lawyers when they got in trouble or bailing them out of jail for a DUI or, marriages and divorce parties and you name it, I did it. And when we grew up in business or we grew up as friends, when their children had like a fundraiser or something going on, I was always there. Always leading the pack and buying all the candy bars or the candles, whatever they were selling. And then I would get into my group of friends and I'd kind of bully those people into doing certain things and buying those items. But in this process, I've never known how fucking cheap people can be and how uncaring they are. It's like they possess this phone in their hand and they think it's like something that they own or they're important. They have some kind of sense of entitlement. So over the last couple months, I haven't really had a lot of time to worry about how many people are watching or comments or views. When I do get a spare moment, I look at it and I think, wow, people really do suck. Anybody that knows me knows I'll eventually get to it and get back to it. It's just off my radar for a minute. And I look at people and I think to myself, all the time and money wasted over the years on people that really are worthless. The ones that do support me, I appreciate it, thank you. And they know who they are. And the ones who don't or do it sporadically or whatever, don't bother. Like, go fuck yourself. Because I'll make it regardless, with or without them. I was very fortunate early on. They'll see it coming on a program we're going to call Voices Unmuted. I get a call because of this book from a law firm that's representing the victims of Vista Maria. And without getting into a lot of detail, I was able to secure a deal with being able to get the stories from the girls and some of the former workers and that's in process. And I expect that to blow up into an international story, and I get other ties to it too. So without the book and without some of the dollars and time spent, that law firm wouldn't have knew it was out there and existed. So at the end of the day, we're going to win regardless. We're going to win. It's just unfortunately with people, I look at them because I'm gonna form an attitude. I'm gonna close my wallet and not answer my phone. So in the end, they get fucked. They just don't realize it. Because if you can't help me, I'm not gonna help you. It's the old scratch your back, scratch my back, scratch your back type thing. And people just don't. And I just don't understand. I'm with some people sometimes like, hey, give me your phone. And I'll look at it and there's unwatched videos, 35. Like, really? You couldn't find in your time before you went to sleep, turn on the playlist and wake up in the morning and like them? You really don't, you think you're that busy? But yet you can bother me. You can bother me for my expertise, my knowledge, your personal problem. You can do all that, but you can't help me. Then I look at people and I really form a negative opinion. But, at the end of the day, how's it going? Good. I think the book surprisingly has sold a few thousand copies without a lot of effort. Because again, we haven't had a lot of time between the Vista Maria opportunity and some other things going on. And of course, at the end of the day, I do a full-time job running an alarm company. So I don't have a lot of time to dedicate to it. I was doing podcasts for a long time through February and March, which was fun. But then I realized that those people are full of shit too. So there are some good ones. I'm doing one tomorrow in Toledo. My first one I did, I look forward to it because that guy's a good man. And I obviously don't recall the name of his podcast, but he was one of those people that's just another one that he's an entrepreneur, owns several different businesses, and he likes to do the podcast in his world to help people become something and someone. Same philosophy I kind of have. But short of that, I decided I'm going to do my own podcast. So we're opening up a studio. We're being built out now. It's not too far from my offices from the alarm company. And there, I've touched on this before, I think. A lot of the people out in the podcast world, they like to charge. And I was a little surprised. I'm not that close to the expenditures, believe it or not. And would get my credit card bill and I would see like different charges on there. I approved them, so it was nothing anybody did wrong. I thought, wow, so you're paying somebody to go on their show and you're getting their subscribers up and you're offering your expertise, but yet you're paying somebody to do that. And I really thought that was stupid. I really did. I thought, that's bizarre. So when I finally came to a conclusion, it's only been like a few short months, so I cut that off about a month ago because I thought, I'm not going to pay somebody to talk to them. I'm smarter than most people, and I'm just not going to allow you to have my expertise, and I'm going to pay you to do it. So I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a podcast studio. I want to hear people talk, but I want to help people. I don't want to charge them. I'm going to do only in-person interviews. And if you got a person that has a story, and a story could be anything. A story could be a guy that got out of prison after 10 years and turned his life around, became something, or a family matters. That's a good story. Or you could tell me he went out and sold 10,000 widgets. Great, fantastic. Or you wrote a book, or whatever your story is. And I also plan to get those people on the national type level to where I can, have applications and look at their stories and how I can help them. If I can't help them, I don't want them on. But I think it'll be popular. I think it'll do fine. It's going to be kind of all around. But one thing I won't do, I won't charge. And hopefully maybe I can spearhead the podcast world into saying you shouldn't have to pay. To go out and tell your story, to enter a man's business, which really a podcast is, you shouldn't have to go out and pay for that. And so I got a taste of it. It didn't affect my life any, but I can't imagine the people that just can't tell their story because they don't have the money. They don't have the wherewithal for a plane ticket or drive across town. They just have an ideal or something they want to talk about, but they just can't afford to go on. And again, a podcaster that I found is very similar to people I know in my circle. They think they have a sense of power over people. Like, I got this cell phone. I'm going to choose what I watch because, I don't like Greg Ware. Well, I really don't give a shit. You don't like Greg Ware, but you like Greg Ware's money. You like Greg Ware's advice. You like Greg Ware's, whatever, how he can help you. But if you can help Greg Ware, which I never ask anybody for help, I've always prided myself on that. I'm not asking here either because I'm going to finish first no matter what. I will be successful writing a book. I'll sell tens of thousands of copies in the end. I'm going to go out and have a podcast booth. I'm going to have probably one of the most popular in the next 12 months. I'm sure of it. I'm confident. I got enough dedication, work commitment. I surround myself with good people. And as long as I do those things, then I'll do fine. But yeah, the sense of power people think they have over people is just amazing to me. Like I said, the power of the phone, the power of the podcast, everything that's bizarre. Like, pay me to come tell me your story so you can make my business bigger and I can get more subscribers, but you write me a check. And the checks can range anywhere from $200 to as high as $25,000 I've seen. And that's crazy to me. And what business? And you look at some of the subscribers they have, 200, 600, 800, 1,000. And we didn't do a good job getting the right podcasters probably because there was great ones we did. And I went to some that was like, wow, holy shit, why did I waste my time on this? Like, this guy doesn't have anything going on. His studios, his basement. I thought I was going to get murdered in the basement. And then other ones were on a balcony. Other ones were in some rented places that you had to secure your rental car to make sure they didn't get ripped off while you're in the parking lot. One was on a guy's couch. I ended up getting up and leaving because I thought this is an image I don't want. And the whole house smelled like weed. So it's amazing how these people make a living off that. But a living means what? People have different standards of living. You can live in a 400 square foot apartment, or you can live in a 4,000 square foot house, or somewhere in between. But when you go on, you don't know where you're going until you get there. And when you get there, sometimes you're pleasantly surprised, and other times you're like, holy shit, how did I get here? So what we built out, I think, is one of the nicest studios probably around, in a great area. So we'll do fine. Future, what's it hold? We're going to still continue selling books. We're going to focus on the Vista Maria opportunity, I think, is the strongest one. Those girls' stories over there are horrendous. It's sad to hear those stories, some of the things they went through. Locally, it's a local story now. It's tied to a lot of different organizations that just quite honestly allowed girls to get abused, from physical abuse to sexual abuse, basically held prisoner, They were basically slaves. And it was just, the stories are incredible. And what I was intrigued by was it wasn't just like in the last 1 year, 2 years, or 5 years. What I've seen so far is 40 years. So it was a total generation that allowed just to have the abuse occur. And being able to play a role in exposing that is important to me. The money's second. I think the money is secondary to me, to getting the true story out there. And of course, at the end of the day, the courts will decide on, the monetary part of it, which I suspect they'll do very well at. But that doesn't solve their mental issues. It doesn't solve the pain that they're going through and went through. And to capture that and in real time is, to me, is important. And then we'll use our group of people to get it out there the best we can and get it the international attention it deserves. And with that, as long as that goes well, that's going to be a full-time job. And along the way, I think if we're successful, we'll sell books by default. I can't imagine doing those videos and those documentaries and things that are planned and being behind that. People are going to want to know who you are and what you are. So that's why I said originally, as we grow, and it seems like every day this project we're on just grows bigger and bigger every day. And the people that I once surrounded myself with, I still have a very, very close circle of friends that we do very well together to help each other out and stuff. But typically the ones on the outside, you won't be invited back in because the projects ain't get too big. And I sure the hell won't help you, because I watched what you did for me back when maybe I needed you back in February or March or April when it first started out. And then again, I get back to everything. I look down and I say, oh, okay, he or she didn't say this or do that. Not that it isn't going to change my life. It's not going to pay my bills. There is a way to get rich in the entertainment business or social media business. I've been down that road before. But you can't do it alone. But yeah, the people's true colors come out. And, does it make me angry? No. Disappointing? Yeah, I would expect whatever. And I think at the end of the day, I don't think people want to see you fail. I don't care who it is. For whatever reason, people are jealous of what you have or what you make or whatever, but they don't understand everything you went through to get there. And we're here for a very short time. No one cares. No one understands. All they care about is, well, look at him. Oh my God, look at the car he drives, or look at the clothes he wears, or look at the watch on his wrist, or look at the house he lives in, or whatever. And it's like, listen, you have no clue. You don't really have time to enjoy any of that stuff anyhow. All you're doing is you're creating life and opportunities for others, and those others just don't appreciate it. So there's a lot of things I would change if I could do it all over again, but obviously I'm a realist. I can't change anything. What's done's done. Mistakes happen. But what I care about now is I care about more than just luck. The book, selling the book, getting the story out there. I had a great phone call with the lady this morning out of New York. She was talking about some of the how to position the book, and she actually called and reached out. She didn't want a quarter. She had sold 7 million books herself, and she bought the book, read the book, intrigued by the book, motivated by the book, and she just called to say, hey, let me give you some advice on how to do a lot better. And wasn't critical. So she did. Then she sent me this long-ass email, what to do week 1, what to do week 2, what to do week 3. Then she went into phases 1, 2, 3. She laid it out for me. To a stranger, a complete stranger you've done nothing for, took the time for a phone call, and then took the time to just put together exactly what you have to do. Priceless. I could probably do nothing for her. She sold 7 million books, not once but twice. I doubt I'll ever accomplish that feat in my best years. That's something that I would think be impossible for me to do at that level. Hope I'm wrong. But to see that and have her do that from a complete stranger was amazing to me. And that's that group of people that you're not used to working with, because everybody always wants something off you. You ever get the phone call and your phone rings, you look down and it goes, oh yeah, what do they want now? And this is a phone call this morning. The lady didn't want anything. She didn't want a check. She didn't want a credit card. She didn't want anything. And she ended it with, hey, listen, I'm here. You've got my number. Lock it in. If you ever need anything or some advice, give me a call. Like, holy shit, like, I'm already on edge. Like, she probably wants a credit card number. She wants some money. And then 15, 20 minutes later, here comes this email. That's it. There's nothing left. She's not calling me again. She gave me her opinion. Priceless. More people should be like that. In my life, I always try to be like that. I always want to help everybody. Like, that's one of my biggest weaknesses, is trying to help everybody. Find time for everybody. Give them advice. I give them the best advice. I don't know it all. And you would think that maybe when you were there someday you would. But in this whole case, going back to what we originally talked about, was they just weren't there. And I don't need them now. I don't need them now. I could, probably do a video today on Vista Maria and probably get 100,000 to 1 million views in a matter of a few short days. So it doesn't really matter. And I'll piggyback off of that, and Greg Weir will probably become famous, along with his film guy, along with his director and engineer, and the whole group of people will be successful. And we really don't give a shit if you watch our videos or not anymore. We really don't care. We don't really care if you comment or not. But the ones that have, I'll never forget them. The ones that continue doing it every day, I'll never forget them. I'll always have it. They'll have a spot with me anytime they need it. But the ones that didn't, fuck you. That's always been my opinion. That was my point in life. People use people. I've never been a user. I heard something a long time ago. It's in my book. I said, you're a giver or a taker, and most people are takers. That's what they are. What can you do to benefit me? And they're users. That's what they are. And they live for today. But it goes with the theme of people. And that's why, I always call some people are sad sacks. That's what they are. Misery loves company. And if they, they can hate you or you don't like me, I really don't care. With this video, I'm going to attach, hopefully, one of the songs my son did. And I think it's titled, I Don't Care If You Don't Like Me, or something like that. And I don't care either. I mean, I talked to him on the phone the other day when he released it, and he says, I don't really give a shit. I said, I'll help you promote it. He goes, I don't really care if you promote it or not. I appreciate it, but I didn't do it for anybody else. I really don't care. I make a shit ton of money where I'm at. I'm living life large, and whether people listen to it on Spotify 1 time or 1,000 times or 1,000,000 times is not going to change my life. That's kind of how my life is. Whether you leave a comment or don't leave a comment, or you hate me or don't like me, it's not going to change my life any. I'm still going to go home to a fancy house, still going to drive fancy cars. I'm still going to go to fancy restaurants and go on fancy vacations. Your fucking little shitty comment you didn't do because you think you're phone or you're entitled or you're too important. Fuck you again. We're okay. We'll live. We'll be okay. You'll need me before I need you. Cut it. Cut it.
Maybe you don't like me, but there's a whole generation of motherfuckers just like me. I grew up on the outskirts of the Motor City, got smoking how wild, blonde, pretty with big titties. We were raised in the 1980s. Grow up now, hell, you couldn't pay me. You might think my life is obscene, but the truth is I'm living the dream. 1983 is when it all started. Back then you could say retarded. No safe spaces, no apologies, no participation trophies. We learned with light, I hate red. Nobody was coming, nobody cared. If you wanted something, you paid the price. Blood, sweat, work, sacrifice. Kids these days all get first place, then wonder why they lose the real race. Everybody's famous, everybody's tough till life punches back and they pull right up. I put the face, got a miss on my sleeve. You ain't never met a motherfucker like me. I'm one of a kind of the apple, don't fall from the tree. My old man built a fighter and he passed that shit to me. Dirt bike scars and a Rolex glow. Everybody talks, but they don't know what it costs to build this kind of life. Palm trees, fast cars, and a smoking hot wine. Gray skies, raise me. Palm trees, save me. Everybody got it made. That's what made me. Now it's dirt bike scars and a Rolex glow. Everybody talks, but they don't know what it costs to build this kind of life. Palm trees, fast cars, and a smoking hot wine. Gray skies, Your excuses got laughed at. And if you got knocked, then you got your ass right back. No therapist,
no online fame, just hard work trying to make a name. Everybody's offended by something they read. Meanwhile, I'm over here staying 10 steps ahead. Build businesses, took risks, paid dues, made tough calls that most won't choose. They want the reward, but they skip the grind. Want the finish line,
to quit every time. Talking big from behind the screen while I'm out here living the dream. Dirt bike scars in a Rolex blow. Hey. Everybody talks, but they don't know. Hey, what it costs to build this kind of life. Palm trees, fast cars, and a smoking hot white. Gray skies, brave man. Palm trees save me. Everybody doubted me. That's what made me. Now the dirt bike scars and a Rolex blow. Everybody talks, but they don't know what it costs to build this kind of life. Palm trees, fast cars,
and a smoking hot white. Gray skies, palm trees save me. Everybody doubted me. That's what made me.
Maybe you don't like me. That's alright, I ain't changing. There's a whole generation of motherfuckers just like me.